there is no doubt that when you talk about top 5 greatest performers, Rachel Starr in her work industry will be one of the top 5 greatest performers of all time. Just charisma, attitude, personality, and style is what you would describe her as. Just great personality, great attitude, great style, and charismatic. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard from my resources correctly, ever since 2007, she's been in that her workplace, her work, you might as well say it. I mean, when you've been in that for 13 years, I mean, you would think for sacrificing your body, protecting your body, you know your body is wore out. Your body, you got to keep your body in great shape. You got to make sure that you are at your game every time you do something like that. I mean, she a go-getter. What I've heard, like when I say go-getter, she will stop at nothing to be the best. She wants to be the greatest. She wants to be phenomenal. That's the definition of a go-getter work-wise. Now, when you ask me why do they do work like that, why are they involved in stuff like that, honestly, I don't know. I wish those that was in that would turn their life over to Jesus Christ. I wish they would turn their life around. I don't know why they get involved in work like that. And Poncho, you might as well say, why do you talk about people like that? Well, they're no different than a drug addict or alcoholic. They're no different from somebody that's sinning or backsliding. They ain't no different. Because at one time or another, before we was Christians, we was out there in the world. We might not have done the things they did, but we wasn't all in for God at the time before we got saved. So yes, they deserve to be talked about, and yes, they deserve to let someone talk to them about Jesus. I mean, because when you shade people off, they feel like, hey, they ain't worth nothing, or they feel like that they have to succeed at a higher elevation. And with those people that get involved in that, they feel like they have to succeed at a higher elevation because they can't get the normal jobs, or they do, but they get recognized the very first time that they're spotted. Now, I mean, her success, or her being a producer, being involved in that work, I mean, like I said, you got to put somebody in that as a top 5 greatest performer of all time. But the question is, what can she do to be from the top 5 greatest to be the greatest of all time? Well, I mean, there's only one answer to that, and we all know what the answer is, and we all talked about it for years. She's had 2 brothers as boyfriends before, but she's got to let the brothers in. She's got to not be afraid of the brothers. Pretty much it's time for her to be involved with the brothers when the lights are on. I mean, because in brothers, I mean my brothers, black men, of course. She's got to let the black men. She's got to get involved with the black men when the lights are on. She's got to, in order to be the greatest. I mean, yes, she may be scared. I mean, because when people ask her that, she says, I want to protect my body. I don't want to be hurt in the inside, which we all can understand. Because when you're in something like that, you got to protect your body. But, I mean, and she says she don't want nobody that's too big. Which, I mean, that's all I can say on that one. And some of you that's heard me talk about stuff like this, some of you already know where I'm going with this. if you've listened in the past. But I mean, some of the reason why she's not got involved with the brothers, with the black men, when the lights are on, is because of Alexis, Texas. Alexis, Texas has not got involved with no brothers, with the black men on when the lights are on, because she's afraid to lose money. She's afraid that she won't be valued as much. Which, I mean, anytime a white woman and a black man mix together, for some reason they want to put the paychecks less. Why? Because they don't want to see blacks and whites mix. It's fine for a black and Latino to mix. It's fine for a white and Latino to mix. It's fine for a white international or a black international to mix. But don't you dare say nothing about a black and a white mixing. I mean, come on now. You could probably get away with that in the 60s or in the 1800s, but this is 2020. You see a lot of blacks and whites coming together, regardless of what they're doing. So it's just pretty much time for Rachel. I love her to death. She's one of my greatest and best friends. But in order to be the greatest of all time, she's got to be involved with the brothers. Yes, she may get a hate mail. And yes, she may get some negative feedback. But once she starts being in depth with the brothers, she wouldn't want to go back. But it'll bring her value up. And we just pray that the ones that are in these work positions, that are involved in that work, will turn their life over to Jesus someday. But that's the key, and that's the answer right there.